The crypto community has embraced Trump's victory. They expect he'll drive the policy changes they've been seeking for years, and Trump had previously promised that.
I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done. If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. And if Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say, it's going to the moon, I want America to be the nation that leads the way, and that's what's going to happen.
With Trump's re-election, Bitcoin has reached new highs and is nearing 100,000. Trump's campaign was marked by repeated commitments of fostering a Bitcoin-friendly environment. Unlike President Biden, whose administration has sought to rein in cryptocurrencies, Trump has fully embraced the sector, having even promoted a crypto-based business.
Donald Trump and his sons have been pumping up a new crypto bank that they're launching, and finally this week, we got a few more details about what this DeFi project would look like during a long and meandering live stream on X that lasted more than 2 hours. It's called World Liberty Financial. It still isn't live, and we don't yet have an activation date. In terms of the org chart, Trump's sons, Eric, Don Jr., and Barron, as well as his close friend Steve Witkoff and Steve's two sons, are all founding members. They're describing it as a decentralized crypto banking platform where users will be able to borrow, lend, and earn interest on cryptocurrencies. But really the headline was the breakdown of equity structure that they say will be 20% of project tokens going to the founders, 63% will be made available for purchase. However, it is totally unclear if anyone will actually be able to cash out of those tokens since they're non-transferable and won't provide any dividends.
There are reports that Trump's sons will run World Liberty Financial, but the company's website says otherwise.
What is this Trump situation?
Yes.
Like, so it's a team is building it. It's not, as far as we know, like Don Jr. or Eric didn't take up Solidity coding, right?
No, no, I don't think they're big smart contract devs right now. No, it's just a lot of endorsements. So Trump is Donald Trump is like the main kind of crypto visionary for the group. Don and Eric are Web3 ambassadors. Barron is, I believe, called DeFi visionary.
Yeah. So these are in that white paper. Supposedly
Yes.
they're named, and then the other validation we have is that Donald Trump, the former president, he tweeted it. He tweeted their Twitter handle.
Yeah,
That's pretty much.
He's been promoting it.
And that's basically what we've got, though, right?
DeFi protocol promoted by former president.
And there's a Telegram channel that we follow that is the project's channel.
Crypto backers who spent more than $200 million promoting crypto-friendly political candidates are now celebrating the promise of a pro-crypto White House. Trump has promised to put the country at the center of the digital asset industry. Republicans will also control the Senate under Trump and are on the brink of getting the majority in the House, potentially clearing the way for new pro-crypto bills.
We are hitting an inflection moment in crypto, and as someone who's been following Bitcoin since it started back in 2010, I think it's a really interesting shift from early adopters and people who are passionate about Bitcoin to the mainstream. Now, 50 million people in the United States are interested in investing in Bitcoin. So in a sense, it's already been mainstream, but institutions have been slower. And one of the things that I paid attention to this week is seeing that the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF that launched just a year ago now has more assets in it, more assets invested than their gold ETF that has been going since 2005. And Bitcoin is often compared to gold because the idea is that you have this asset that is a store of value and it's something that isn't a company, it doesn't sort of produce cash flow, but because we all collectively believe it's worth something, we can store and invest value in it. And in that sense, Bitcoin seems to be doing very, very well. It's one of those things where I look at it and I say we are getting to a point where Bitcoin is becoming a viable reserve asset simply because we have all got enough sustained belief in the value of the asset. And I think that that comes down to some product choices. And we all sort of, if you've been around crypto at all, you know the founding myth about Satoshi and so on. But the point to me from a product perspective is that Bitcoin is inherently limited. There's only so many Bitcoins that can ever exist. And that in and of itself acts as a driver. When you have 50 million people in the US and millions more around the world looking to get a piece of something that is inherently limited, it's like selling island real estate in Hawaii. Like, there's only so much waterfront real estate, so the prices go up. It's a supply and demand thing. And I think that that limitation is one of the things that has made Bitcoin such a successful asset motion over time. So I don't know where you are. This is not investment advice, but I do think we're hitting an inflection moment in crypto where it is going to become increasingly mainstream, and you get different kinds of dynamics at that point. For example, if big funds like BlackRock are involved, you may get to a point where institutional fund inflows start to drive buying cycles versus just retail investors. And that's something I'll be watching for in the next few months.
If Trump's crypto-friendly policies take effect, they might influence new regulatory perspectives and even inspire market movements in regions where crypto has faced strict oversight. Trump's support for crypto could spur renewed interest in China, where regulations have limited the sector. If you like the video, subscribe to World of Finance TV and turn on notifications. We bring a different approach to finance, and we're trying to grow our community.